I'm really excited about this one, guys. We're doing a review of the Able Carry Max EDC. This is one of the biggest bag releases in a long time, and I'm gonna tell you why. But I'm not just gonna fanboy on this bag. I'm gonna give you the honest pros and the cons. We're gonna pack it out, and the goal just being helping you figure out if this is the bag for you. But if it's not, that's what these guys are here for. So if you're not feeling the Able Carry Max, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video where I'll make some alternative bag recommendations that are similar, but a bit different, because the market is awesome and there's so many options. And I want you to know what all of them are. But first, let's talk about the gist of the Able Carry Max EDC. Able Carry is a Hong Kong-based brand, just like us. Their office is literally like a couple blocks away, and they have been crushing it in the carry community. It's the world of like hardcore backpack enthusiasts. For their range of bags that are known for being very durable, overbuilt in the sense of like their construction, and also having this really cool like A-frame design that really resonates with a lot of people. Some of this bag's top features being the fact that it's made from VX21, a highly weather-resistant fabric, which we'll talk about in detail in the next section. A very flush silhouette, no external water bottle holders, but you do have an internal water bottle holder that's accessible from the outside. A quick access front slash pocket, clamshell style opening to the main compartment, and some gorgeous internal materials. A few other pockets for organization, and some beefy and chunkalicious shoulder straps, which I got some thoughts on. As of recording, the Max EDC is available in 2 color options, but a couple more out of stock. Able Carry is always introducing new versions and variations, so be sure to check their website to see what's available at this point in time. Now the size is 26 liters, which is an interesting size for a bag. Usually people carry around 18 to 22 liters in their everyday carry, and if they go on a trip with one bag, they'll usually go about 30 liters or more. But this is sort of in the middle, which is kind of a common trend in bags right now because A, people are carrying more gear, tech gear in particular, and B, if you get a bag like this, it might be a little big for everyday carry and a little small for travel-ish, but it can do both very well. To hit 26 liters, we got dimensions of 18 inches height, 12 inches width, and we'll check the depth when the bag is fully packed out. Now let's talk about the weight of the bag, because one point of concern a lot of people have with Able Carry bags is how much they weigh. You can see we're looking at 3.4 pounds on scale number 1, and the same on scale number 2, which for me, I like the ratio of like 10 liters equals 1 pound. So it's definitely higher than that preferred ratio. This is the bag when it's empty, and this is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team. I'm 5'8", Margaret's 5'2", and even though it's empty right now, we're gonna pack out the bag again throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. Able Carry bags are protected by a lifetime warranty against manufacturing defects. And for all that, the Max EDC runs around 280 USD. And if at any point in this review, you are totally digging the Max EDC and you're thinking about making a purchase, we highly recommend that you do so using the first link in the description. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. And I also want to give a shout out to Suburban Hong Kong for letting us borrow this Able Carry Max EDC backpack for this review. If you don't know about Suburban, I call them the backpack mecca of the world. They're at the heart of the carry community. They have some of the best brands in stock, and they ship internationally. So if you're looking for a backpack, especially in the Asia region, definitely check out Suburban HK's website. Shout out to them again. Thank you so much. Okay, let's talk about the front of the Able Carry Max EDC. Able Carry's aesthetic, I am a huge fan of. Not everyone likes it. I think it's clean. It's got sort of a heritage look to it, but it's also modernized in some ways as well. And Able Carry's aesthetic is defined by their A-frame, which means that it's a little bit taller at the top and it comes down a little bit wider at the bottom. And it's a lot more apparent when the bag is actually packed out. And also one staple of Able Carry's aesthetic and just their overall brand is their use of X-Pack. This fabric. This is VX21 X-Pack, which is the same fabric that sailboats use on their sailcloth, which means it's highly weather resistant and very abrasion resistant. But it also on the flip side means that it's a little heavy and it's got this crunch to it that not everyone's gonna like. And that crunch is basically because of the lamination, which provides that weather resistance. It's a very technical looking fabric. You can see all the diamond cuts in it, right? And you're either just gonna love it or you're gonna not love it. And I wanna know, for you, do you love it? Do you not love it? What are your thoughts on X-Pack as a fabric? Let me know in the comments below. But one thing I think that we can all agree upon that we'll love is Able Carry's super subtle branding. When this bag is fully packed out, you actually don't even see the logo, which on a premium priced product, a PPP, it's always very appreciated. Now let's talk quick access, because we got this front /E pocket right here. Able Carry sort of redesigned this from their original Max, which is a 30-liter bag, to have a bit more capacity and a little less organization. In this pocket, we have a key leash at the top right-hand corner, And this zippered pocket, which is a really nice fabric, has a little elasticity to it. And one thing to note is Able Carry's internal lining materials. These fabrics, I'm gonna rave about them throughout the entire review because they're just gorgeous. They look royal, right? Which you want at a $300 price point backpack. But it also has functional use as well because it helps to create a highlight effect in the bag, making it easier to find what you put where. Now we're gonna talk in depth about this section when the bag's fully packed out because I want to explain, the capacity. Because in Able Carry's marketing materials, they show that a pair of shoes can fit in this compartment. And as you can see, they absolutely can when there's nothing in the main compartment. So to ensure that we have a really good understanding of this bag's capacity, we're gonna pack this pocket out when the main compartment's packed out, which we're gonna do in this section. Let's talk about the middle of the Able Carry Max EDC backpack. At the bottom of the bag, we have this sort of fold, right? Which is really nice because it means that the bag sort of compresses when it's not fully packed out, then it expands when you need to pack extra stuff. And on the bottom, we have some lash points as well, so you can clip things onto the bottom of the bag and carry it externally. And some lash points also below these zippers. Speaking of the zippers, these are some chunky YKK numero 10. These are number 10s? Yeah, 10RC reverse coil. They're big, burly, durable zippers made by the best zipper brand in the universe, in the omniverse. Nobody touches YKK. And the zippers are in fact lockable, so you can pop a lock right in between them for a little extra peace of mind. And these are reverse coil, non-PU coated. Now, some people criticize this bag because there's no PU coated zippers on the bag. Like the Able Carry Max, for instance, was the same thing, but it has a PU coated zipper on the tech compartment, but there's no PU coated zippers on this bag anywhere. And I think that I really support that choice. Because, I don't know, it depends what you want. PU coated zippers are great because they do provide extra weather resistance and a bit more modern of a look. They're just clean looking, right? But the reality is that reverse coil zippers like this are very weather resistant in themselves. And even if this is PU coated, the water's probably gonna get through these seams here, not really into the zipper itself. And on the negative side with PU coated zippers is they can peel over time, especially if they get a lot of use and a lot of exposure to sunlight. And that can happen in as fast as a few years. So although you lose a little bit of weather protection with the non-PU coated zippers, you gain a bit more durability in the lifespan of the bag. Let's get inside the main compartment. You can see right here, again, God, materials, beautiful. It's like a golden ray of sunlight in my life. On the front flap, we got 1, 2 zipper pockets. This one's lining fabric, and this one is a mesh, a non-stretchy mesh. Don't love that mesh. And then on the flip side, we got this sleeve right here that does have a slight elasticity to it. Side pocket, we got some external lash points. And this lining right here is for the external water bottle holder, which I'll talk about in depth in just a second. But before we do, we gotta pack the bag out to get its vibe, its feel, its capacity, its functionality. You get the gist, let's go. So here I got a bunch of everyday carry stuff. We're just gonna start packing it out. I'm gonna throw my big bulky tech pouches at the bottom of the bag. Remember, we got that system where it sort of collapses into itself, but then when you wanna beef it up, you can see it can definitely handle it. This sleeve here, good spot for a book. Side pocket, methinks an umbrella, very nicely fits there. The 2 front flap pockets, I'm gonna throw sunglasses in the top one, and then just some random smaller things in the bottom one. I like these pockets because they're not too tight. You can see the Able Carry has created some actual depth in there to increase its capacity, which means that bulkier items like an adapter and even another glasses case can all fit in this pocket. I think Able Carry has gotten better with their ability to make more capacity in their pockets. Gonna throw a hoodie on top. Another hoodie, let's say I'm holding one for my partner, right? Over the head headphones. And now, you can kind of see that A-frame coming into shape a little bit more, which I'm a big fan of, but like, what about you? Do you like Able Carry's signature A-frame design? Not your cup of tea? Let me know in the comments below. So now we can check out the capacity of the other compartments. Front zip compartment, you can see now, we still got space, but you ain't fitting a pair of shoes in there. So it's good to know that if the bag's not fully packed out, you can fit up to like a size men's 9 pair of Nike Air Force Ones in this compartment. But if you are fully packed out, you're traveling with the bag or you carry a lot in your EDC, you're gonna wanna put smaller bits of gear. So I'm gonna throw my wallet, notebook, portable battery, I'm gonna throw that in the zippered pocket. Now let's talk the sides of the bag. Now before we get to the water bottle holder, we got a great side handle here. Great reinforced stitching. Love the nylon webbing. This is just a small touch, but it goes a long way. It adds that whole like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm filled with like liquid gold when I touch this bag. And this webbing is just beautiful. And on either side, you have external lash points, again, for carrying things externally on the bag. Top handle, beautiful. Plenty of space. You see that? Lots of real estate to put your hand in. And then also 1, 2, 3, 4 additional external lash points. A 5th one on this side. And then we got the Innie water bottle holder. And I refer to it as an Innie because it is technically stored inside the main compartment, which means you are competing for space with whatever is in the main compartment. And also, if there is a leak, this is going to go through into the main compartment. This lining will have some weather resistant properties to it, but it's still gonna leak, right? But I call it an Innie because it is still accessible from the outside. Now, some people like this because it's the best of all worlds. It's where you get the quick access. You're on the train in Hong Kong, right? You grab your water bottle, you take a sip. You're not supposed to drink on the trains, but you're really dehydrated and you really need it. So I understand, you know, giving you a pass this once. I'm a little dehydrated now. I'm a sloppy drinker. So you can still get that access from the outside, which is quite nice, but without making your backpack look dorky necessarily, right? It's more flush silhouette. But this is a pocket that could also work really well for an umbrella, shove a lightweight jacket in there. Very versatile. And if that wasn't enough quick access for you, we got one more quick access pocket hidden behind the side handle. Now this one's a little tight, especially as the bag is packed out. Now I'm gonna definitely throw my keys in there. Got the key leash right. And I like what Able Carry has done here is to where you can untie the key leash from this red attachment point and then tie it to the front attachment point in that front slash pocket. And you got one pocket in here as well, which just kind of helps secure your keys. And for me, like I'm probably just gonna keep my keys in there. Anything else that's a little bit too tight for my taste. But if the bag again is not fully packed out for you, you have a bit more room to play with. That's it for the middle. Let's talk about the back of the Able Carry Max EDC backpack. Starting with the top, we have another pocket here. Just a little guy. Actually, no, it's got some depth to it. This pocket reaches about yay deep. Now, there's not a lot of volume in this pocket, so you're not gonna get something bulky in there. But I'm gonna throw a hero clip in there, just in case I need it. Got a hanging loop right here. It's nice to have the loop and the handles to hold, and the loop is to hang. Now let's talk about the laptop compartment. 2 YKK zippers, not a PU coated laptop compartment. You can see in here we have a top pocket with a couple slots for additional organization, and then the laptop slot. Now, Able Carry states on their site that this bag can fit most 17-inch laptops, so I got a 17-inch VivoBook from Asus, and you can see it's sliding in. Oh yeah, great fit. Now the reason this happens is because Able Carry didn't make like a designated sleeve within the tech compartment. It's just kind of a big sleeve in itself. So you 17-inch laptop owners out there, you are in luck. It should be able to fit your laptop. And for you 17-inch laptop owners, by the way, be sure to check the links in the description below. We did a roundup of the best bags that can accommodate a 17-inch laptop. Check the links below. And then for this pocket here, being in the tech compartment, I'd like to put my tech stuff in there, like my charger for my computer. You see you can fit the laptop charger in there perfectly. I don't know, what is this called? The head? What is this part of the charger called? We're stumped. What is this part of the charger called? Let us know in the comments below. But this part of the charger, we can slide into that one, and then the actual cord itself, put it in there. This pocket is a little bit tighter than some tech pockets that I've seen designed. Similarly, like Bellroy's got one where it's got a little bit more juice to it, right? But that's because it takes up space in the main compartment. This one doesn't really take up space in the main compartment. This means you got more space in the main compartment, but less space here. Give and a take with everything. Zip this on up. The tech compartment, overall, pretty darn good. Let's talk about comfort. Because these be some beefy shoulder straps. We're looking at a solid 3 inches of width, which could be some of the beefier shoulder straps I've seen in a bag this size. Like in contrast, the Evergoods CPL 24, these shoulder straps are coming in at 2.5, let's say. And that extra 1/2 inch, you know, it makes a big difference in terms of just like the way that it feels. So if you're somebody who likes lighter shoulder straps that don't feel very oppressive and like they're just always like there, then you're gonna hate this bag. Because not only are these shoulder straps wide, but they are incredibly well padded, which I'm personally a fan of. Because I'm gonna have a bunch of tech stuff in this, and it's 26 liters, so I'll probably take it traveling and fill it to the brim. And that comfort is very important to me. Little contour on the shoulder straps, adjustable sternum strap. Sternum straps are great because it helps to redistribute the weight from your lower back to your upper torso and the chest region. And then again, this beautiful, makes me feel like liquid gold webbing and a dangle stopper. This little guy's been protesting dangle for 4.5, almost 5 years now, and he's gonna keep up the good fight. Thank you for your service, sir. Comfort test, it's great. I mean, if you like them chunky shoulder straps, it's gonna be great. Really well padded. The width, you know, it's a bag that you feel. It's a bag like, I'm wearing a backpack today. And I think that's important at the weight, right? I mean, because remember this bag is almost 3.5 pounds empty. Included sternum strap, which is in fact adjustable. Another dangle stopper. Now, we do have a card holder in this shoulder strap, right? Not this one, I think it's just one side. No, 2 sides. So you can go ahead and slide like your Metro card or something in there. For me though, I hate pockets like that. I think that they're useless. Because you'll just forget about the one card, and it's like, it's on the bending part, right? So if it's here, it's even more on the bending part where like the weight of the bag is going right on your shoulders and bending the card like this, and it's not really accessible unless you got it super, super, super tight, which I like to wear my bag that way, but then I gotta do, I don't know. Not a fan of that feature personally. Just gonna keep everything in my wallet. Thanks, Margaret. But it's there in case you like it. Overall, comfort, exceptional in my opinion. And one last note is, due to Able Carry's A-frame, these are not known as really great self-standing bags. Now, it depends what you pack in it. For me, I got those 2 square-like tech pouches at the bottom, So therefore it's giving it some structure. But if you don't have like, a foundational pillar like I do with this, you're gonna get a lot more tippage. But if you do pack it out the right way, you will get it to self-stand pretty well. And I gotta say, if you're still with me, thank you. As you can tell, I take backpacks like really seriously. I want everyone to find the bag that's perfect for them, whether it's for EDC or travel. And there's so many crazy, amazing bags from like Able Carry and Air and Evergoods being launched right now that it's like sort of launched this new community called the Carry Community. And if you're into this review or you're a member of the Carry Community, you might be stoked to hear that here at Nomads Nation, we don't just do YouTube videos, but we also have an epic newsletter. And in that newsletter, I'm bringing you deep into the heart of the Carry Community. All the newest drops, limited edition releases, a little bit of industry gossip. I just want to keep you up to date with the best gear that's out there. I'm like your reporter in the field, and I love it, and we take a lot of pride in this newsletter. So if you want to stay up to date with what's happening in the Carry Community, be sure to sign up to the Nomads Nation newsletter, which you can do by finding this globe emoji in the description below. I hope to see you in your inbox. Okay, let's talk about the overall pros and the cons of the Able Carry Max EDC. Pro number one is the construction of this backpack. I can't say it enough. It's over-constructed on purpose though. It's just a durable bag that you can beat the crap out of and that'll last for years and years to come. Pro number two are the high quality fabrics and materials, especially that internal lining. God, I love that. And pro number three has gotta be these shoulder straps. These are beef-alicious. But no bag is perfect. Let me tell you about my cons. Con number one, it's heavy, not a light bag. Con number two is this bag definitely has a bit of a bulkier look and feel, especially when it's fully packed out. And con number three is for some of y'all out there, the lack of any PU-coated zippers will be a deal breaker. I don't think that it should be, but I respect the fact that it will be. But if you're still watching this review and you're thinking to yourself, dude, that gold, that liquid gold feeling you're talking about in the sole region, I totally understand where you're coming from and I want that feeling and I'm totally gonna buy one of these bags. And then if you're gonna make a purchase, we do recommend again that you do so with the first link in the description just because that's where you can get the best price, and if there's any discount codes, that's also where they will be located. But if you're not quite sold, we got some alternatives that I wanna bring to your attention as well. And these alternatives are kind of obvious if you're in the Carry Community because they're kind of like the three big EDC bags, right? It's the Able Carry Max, the Evergoods CPL 24, and the Air City Pack Pro. Evergoods CPL, 24 liters, a little bit smaller. They're wizards of making these beautiful crossover bags that have really crazy capacity and like volume in places that you don't think that it would. Great quick access, great comfort, one of the best all-rounder bags money can buy. And the other option, also one of the best all-rounder bags money can buy, is the Air City Pack Pro. A bit more of a urban businessy look, also over-engineered, but a little bit lighter than the Able Carry Max. And it comes in different fabric options, this one being the Ultra, which is highly, highly, highly weather resistant. You can't go wrong with any three of these bags, but to learn more about these two bags, just go ahead and watch these videos right here. If you got any questions about any bags, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.